Welcome back to Adelaide Eternal October Legacy Challenge. This is round 5. Today we have Sarven once again playing his Grixis control list against James Arthur playing Esper control. And I'm joined in the booth by Beckett.
Smooth g'day guys to you all. Sarv's on the left, James on the right. We've already done Sarv's lists in the previous video, so check that out if you want us to go through it a bit more detail. He plays in round 4. Let's check out James's list. James on Esper control. He's got, I'd call it Stoneblade, right? It's the Esper Stoneblade sort of style. He's got Batterskull, Jitty, Engineered. He's trying out the new Teferi.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of one-ofs, actually. 2 True Name Nemesis, 4 Stoneforge, Spell-Pierce, Inquisition, and 3 Thoughtseize. So plenty of hand hate for the control. He gets Caracas. He's got 2 Wastelands. He's got a pretty big package coming at the end with the Batterskull and Teferi and True Name. He's got Waste to close the game.
Lots of walkers.
Pretty sweet list, I think. It's cool. He knows what he wants to do. He wants to deploy Stoneforge. He wants to get rid of early control and combo cards with his hand hate, and then take over the game with the card advantage from Stoneforge and the closing ability of Batterskull.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on no Jace? Is there no Jace?
There's no Jace.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I don't think you need Jace. Jace is good. I'd probably run a Jace, but, I think it's fine. There's plenty of good cards. Yeah. He's got Teferi in there anyway, so...
Teferi's very good.
Shall we get down to the games? Both our players are, Hall of Heroes.
Both seasoned veterans.
That's right.
So, should be a good game. Should be probably going to be a bit of a long one, but, it'll be interesting.
Because control versus control?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I think... Who do you think's favourite? I like Sarv just because I think Colligan's command is good against Stoneforge Mystic. Like, it just does everything you want. You can kill Stoneforge, make them discard their equipment, when they're in top deck mode.
Yep.
You can kill the equipment. You get the same amount, if not better, card advantage. It's just as proactive, and you can snap it back.
It's worth noting the big advantage of running the colour red as opposed to the colour white in this matchup is Pyroblast coming out of the sideboard.
Yeah, that's another big factor. We were talking about that just before that, I think if you're playing control, you probably just want to be playing Pyroblast, right?
Yeah.
But James has got all the way to the finals with this Esper list, so he's obviously doing something right. And as I said, it's got everything you need. It doesn't have that raw power of Pyro, but it does have everything you need, You've got the hand hate and black for combo and control. You've got access to Strix and Wastelands and ways to close the game and ways to get card advantage. So, it's got all the elements you need for a sweet legacy list.
So James has just sent us off with a Tundra and then a Ponder. So it's pretty standard blue start.
I don't know why there's so many 1-drops. He's got 1 Inquisition, 1 Spell-Pierce, 2 True Name, 2 Strix, 2 Snap, 1 Click, 1 Gurmag, 1 Lily, 1 Teferi, 1 EE, 1 GD, 1 Batterskull. A lot of 1. Is he just trying them out, or do you think he's finessed this deck to the point that he knows exactly what is the right percentage of cards? What do you think he was like, I probably want one of these. I probably want one of these.
Maybe he just had a Highlander deck put together and he just threw bits and pieces in. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. We've got a Stoneforge coming down.
Stoneforge turn 2 is pretty good.
What would you fetch in this matchup? Batterskull? Sophie?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'd probably fetch Batterskull.
Sophie's not on the list, never mind.
Yeah. I think you want to get Jit when you need to win on board.
Yep.
Like if it's a creature versus creature sort of matchup. But it's too easy for Sarv to get rid of the creature, and then you're just left with a Jit with nothing to equip to it. So I think if that's the case, you want Batterskull.
K-Command's so good against Batterskull.
K-Command's good against Jit as well, though, right?
True.
K-Command's just good. It's good against Stoneforge.
Yep.
Because K-Command can just kill Stoneforge before it's even able to activate. But I'd almost let James activate, and then
then do it.
Then K command and hit both.
Yep.
You know?
Seems good. Seems very, very good.
There's no dazes in James' list, but there are 4 forces and 1 spell pierce. So I've got to be a little bit careful of that. Strix is coming down, I'm imagining.
Yep. Seems good.
I think that's another factor. I really like Strix in this mirror.
Yep.
Because even though it doesn't seem like quite a lot, it's just a bit of an engine where you're able to deploy a blocker / small time threat to pressure planeswalkers. You're able to get card advantage. It makes your Colligan's commands better. And there's no rush. Like against combo, he's awful. But against control and aggro, Strix is so good. And I think Sarv being on 4 Strix is really strong here. Yeah. It's good against Lily Veil. The only thing it's really bad against is Lily Last Hope, which can just deal with it so efficiently.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the Strix is always going to be a nail, or always going to be a thorn in James's side at every point in the game.
We have an Inquisition. So, what would you take?
I would take Colligan's.
Yeah.
I think there'd be no question about it. Yeah. He's got the mana to deploy it. Yes, he's got 2 anyway, but it's just the most powerful spell on the deck, and it's the most relevant card in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same. Colligan's is so good because it's relevant at every point in the game.
Yep.
And it's proactive.
Yep.
It's a removal spell that can be played proactive. The more reactive it is, the stronger it is.
Yep.
But even into an empty board, like you can play shock you, discard you. It's not actually the worst thing in the world. If you want to do it, shock you, discard you, untap, exile it for Gurmag, is a legitimate play and play.
At its worst, it's still pretty darn good.
Yeah,
for sure. So. And it just hedges so many matchups like D&T. It's just so good.
So Sarv's got to play a fetch land. If he wants to use it, he doesn't have any red basics, so he's got to stop playing around that wasteland.
Yep.
Playing around wasteland's always really interesting.
It is.
Because there's at some point you can't play around that anymore. But I think it was fine to play around it for the first 2 turns, and now happy to get wasted. But yeah, I think Colligan's right here is probably good. Play around Spell Pierce. Sarv most likely doesn't know that James has got Spell Pierce, but he might expect some form of counterspell. And worst case scenario, it gets dazed, and then James's next turn isn't as good.
Yes, most Stainblade lists seem to be running sort of Wasteland days nowadays.
He's only got 2 Wasteland 0 days.
Yeah, so 0 days, but I'm not sure if Sarven is aware of that. So
yeah.
Alright, so it's going to.
But I think you want to be efficient with your mana in this position here.
Yeah, for sure.
I would want to be efficient and use my Colligans in the main phase, I think.
Yep.
And if he's got Force, he's got Force.
I think I did see a Force in James' hand, but I'm not positive of that, so it's interesting.
The thing about doing it main phase, you can do it in combat, I suppose, but the days is better the later. The days actually better in the mid range. It's obviously awful late game, and I don't think it's that good early because it's relevant, getting blown out, losing the tempo from bouncing your land. But in the mid game, right here, this is when Days is at its best.
I definitely did see a Force. So obviously James is wanting to chuck a Jide on something, and then
I like in response destroy Batterskull.
Yep.
And 2 to Stoneforge because the Jide without a creature isn't going to be that good. James will eventually hit a creature, but yeah. And also of note, James doesn't have 3 mana now to bounce Batterskull, which he did have as an option before.
Yeah.
So James got a little bit greedy, perhaps, and I think James could have swung the Batterskull.
Yeah.
And then if a destruction comes down, you just bounce Batterskull back to your hand.
Yeah. He's obviously hedging on that Force to sort of interact with whatever Sarven's doing.
But how crazy is this? There's 4 things. There's 2 creatures on 2 equipment, and Colligan's just deals with the entire board.
Yeah, it's
for 3 mana.
Gross.
Right?
Oh, Brainstorm.
That's really interesting. So he's very scared of Days.
Okay.
Or he just wants to make sure he hits land and a Force off this Brainstorm, and then he can play around both.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, to be fair to Sarv, we are talking about how strong Colligans is here. So maybe, again, we were saying in the break between round 4 and 5 commentary that Sarv plays a lot more conservative than me.
Yep.
And this is definitely more conservative. He really wants that Colligans to resolve no matter what.
Yeah.
So he's happy to lose tempo, happy to lose his turn 4 basically, to ensure that Colligans resolves. He's trading in turn 4 for a masterpiece of a Colligans command.
Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, all right. We've got some sort of push going on. I guess, you know what, like a push and then a block with a Strix. Oh, bolt, of course. Yeah, that was bolt. That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Like 4 life is, in a game like this, is not that relevant. And now James is sort of stranded with his 2 chunky equipments and no critters to wield them, so...
There's something to be said, though, for force of will on the bolt.
Push? Oh, the bolt. Sorry. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, true.
I mean, James obviously saving up for Colligans, but I think once you get counters on that jet,
that's true.
You can then ping Strix, ping Snap. It is a headache.
Yeah. All right. What do we got?
Yeah, see, but now the Colligans comes down and it's not as good. It's good, but it's not as good.
Yep.
I guess Return Snap. Return Snap's pretty good too.
Force. Now, if Sarven forces this or counters this, that's just a blowout, right? He's stuck with nothing. And
you know what? I'll pay it. Sarv, I guess he assumed the force was going to get, the Colligans was going to get countered.
Yep.
So he prevented Jitty counters. Yeah, I actually like that play.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, the K command still 2 for 1 then. So
it did, yeah. It did. Not as good as resolved one though, but I wonder what would have happened if James had forced the bolt.
So then the K command would have resolved.
K command resolves, but there's counters on Jip.
So he wouldn't have discarded a card. Instead, he would have 2 damaged. Oh, but the Judo counter would have been ready for the 2 damage.
Yeah,
I
think it's better for Sarv. I think maybe Sarv did play it right.
Yeah. That's really interesting.
It is. Yeah. It's an interesting little nuance, isn't it? But I think it actually worked out better for Sarv.
Yeah.
He baits a force on the bolt, which isn't as powerful.
Yep.
And either way, he ends up with the board clear of the creatures.
In the life game, it's just, it's not really that relevant.
No, but I do think the ping is actually surprisingly relevant.
Oh, Celsius. All right, what we got?
I'd be taking a Kate command, I reckon.
Yeah, that's number 3.
And to be honest, that's actually not great for Sarv because we've been harping on about how strong it is, and now he doesn't have any left in the deck. He does have snaps, obviously.
Yeah.
But, not having any left in his main deck is going to be an issue for him.
Yeah, that's rough.
I think that's actually a really big thought seize for James, and that might even be the game.
You reckon?
I'm calling it that thought seize.
All right, well.
Could be wrong.
Remember that.
Could be wrong.
That's all right, I'm good.
So no wasteland from James there on Sarv's any red sources because he knew Sarv had a fetch land in hand.
Yeah.
So he knew he wasn't going to take him off red. Sarv can still deploy whatever Jace. He can still deploy his biggest threats. And James needs the mana because he wants to play a threat and equip it to Jitty.
Yep.
Or do something and return Batterskull. So the land's actually quite relevant for James there. So a lot of people might instinctually waste there, but I think it's correct to just not waste.
Yeah, I think he needs his mana at the moment as well. Like, waste isn't doing that much work.
Yeah, I agree.
And, you want... ideally, you can start looping that Batterskull back and forth, but... So Strix is obviously really good. Ooh, number 2.
Yeah. As I said, the Strix I think is going to be really relevant this matchup.
Yep.
It doesn't look like a lot, but it's good at every point. It's good on turn 2, smooths out the draws.
Yep.
It's good as a random late game top deck because you've got the mana to deploy it like this and draw something else. It makes your Colligans good. Did you see that James had to force the Colligans because the Colligans were still good because it hit a creature, hit an artifact, and returned a...
It's 2 lands.
Yeah.
So the hymn's obviously not doing nothing.
So it looks like James has just got nothing in hand, not doing much. But his plan here is to bounce Batterskull to replay it.
Seems good.
I don't know if you would want to replay it or if you'd just want to him first. But I guess he's being mana efficient because the return of the Batterskull is stronger than... It costs more mana than hemming. So maybe he returns Batterskull, then hems.
Okay. What's he got?
That's a hem, right?
Oh, Sarven had a him, didn't he? No. Am I getting confused?
I thought James did.
I thought Sarven did.
Oh,
Sarven
okay.
does. Sarven has a him.
Fair enough. So he's got
Looks like James might as
Brainstorm then.
Yeah.
So James is empty-handed now, right?
Yep. But he's got the skull. Alright, so we're chaining Ponders to Ponders. So what's... I guess what James wants to draw, just true name. I'll try... Well, Batterskull's obviously, the one to, like, try and jam as fast as possible, but true name would be very good right now.
I think James is just going to go return and play. So maybe James just wants, like, something that is good, assuming Batterskull gets countered.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe follow up. Yeah.
I think True Name is probably pretty good.
Yep.
I don't think Sarv has many mainboard ways to deal with it beyond Edict.
Yeah.
And Equip to a Jit. Closes the game out pretty quickly.
Alright. So we've got a Batterskull. Sarven's suggested a nicer looking token as well. So.
You can see here how good the Strix is. Like, yes, James gets life and he can rebounce it and he can equip the Jit and get counters, but like even then, it's like it's a bit of a like it takes a whole turn basically.
Yeah.
So the Strix is like time walking Sarv.
Yeah, for sure.
James will get the advantage of it, but it's he's got to redeploy it kind of thing.
Alright.
Quick and swing, go for it. That's what I reckon.
Yeah. Yep.
Give it a crack. If he's got snap Colligans, I think you lose anyway, right?
Yeah, that's just such a blowout right now.
I don't think you can beat snap Colligans here anyway, so. What would you snap Colligans? Oh, he's got force.
Okay.
What would you snap Colligans? Would you snap... I would... Because the Batterskull can bounce again, so... I think James definitely wants to equip here, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's done it. To be fair to James, like, you're a bit hesitant because, you're thinking about those things, but the reality is there's no way you're not going to give it a crack.
Yeah.
And now he's got bounce up for Colligans.
Yeah. Seems good.
Yeah.
That Batterskull seems like, it's doing a lot of work. Obviously, Sarven has the force ready for the next time, which is good. But...
Has James got force in hand?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah,
I reckon I see that orange.
Because Snap Colligans does actually deal with this board because James is going to bounce in response. Yep. Bounce at end of turn, and then Sarv can in response Colligans it.
Seems good. Alright.
Doesn't do it.
Playing safe.
James is playing very safe.
Right.
That's very safe.
I see a force and a blue card.
I would have done that because you can force the...
I can't quite
You can force the Colligans, right? I'm surprised they didn't bounce.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because here you're not playing around it anyway, right? Because you've only got 2 mana.
I mean,
so you're hoping to top deck a land.
I guess the benefit of waiting would be to draw another land, and then you can bounce it twice in response if really need be.
I think you're better off just forcing.
Yep. We have the Batterskull again.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So Sarv has drawn another blue card. He's got force back up again. So, seems good. Interesting.
So it's looking pretty good for Sarv here, actually.
Yeah,
he's got the blue card.
Yep.
He doesn't.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. It's How many times has Mr. Batterskull entered now? What, 3-4 times?
But
Cheeky boy, that one.
still gets absolutely done by a Snapcaster Mage here.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's so many points at which the Colligans is relevant.
Yep. Oh, that's good. Oof.
Connects.
That's lethal. No, it's not. Not quite. Not quite.
Yeah, not quite, but probably good enough if he gets another connection. Mind you,
what's in Sarf's hand? Oh, okay. Here we go. Bolt, bunch of lands, force. Yeah, okay. Ouch.
yeah. If I was James though, I wouldn't. I'd maybe use one counter
Yeah.
to pump. Yep,
One count. Beautiful.
one counter. Yeah,
Just 5.
very nice, James. Man of my own heart. And then you go up to 4 counters because you're lethal next turn anyway, right?
Yeah, seems good.
And you can just neg. You know, you can even neg a Gurmag Angler twice so that you definitely connect, kind of thing.
Ooh. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, exile some junk.
We've got a Force of Will.
James didn't use Wasteland at all, and I think it was really well played. He needed the mana a lot more. He used the mana a lot more.
Well, how many turns has he been stuck on 5?
Yeah.
Heaps. That's a great draw because now if Sarven answers the Batterskull, you can just flick it back over, GD back over.
So he's noticing he's not getting anything though. It's just a 1/2.
Yeah, but it's good. You know what? It's there. It's good.
Good, yeah.
He's ready to wield a sword. That's for sure.
When you've got a Jitty with 4 counters, right? It's a 9-10.
Yeah, you have a fetch to Dryad Arbor end of turn, equip and smash.
Can't say I've.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that in Highland.
I've done it in Highland. It's
I've done it in
fantastic.
Legacy,
Yeah, those cards don't really get played together in Legacy, but
yeah, I think that's done.
Yep, I agree.
Mind you,
Snap K command.
Snap K command still not just gets him out of it, but I'd say almost wins him.
Well, no,
right? Shock the Stoneforge, destroy Batterskull.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. So many points in the game.
Cheeky
There's
Snap.
so many points in the game. The Colligans, and Snap is irrelevant here, by the way, because Jitty negs it.
Yep.
So this is literally just a 5-mana Colligans, and you can see how powerful it is.
So good.
Yep. That's just all that is a 5-mana Colligans command. At this sort of dire point in the game, and Sarv goes from definitely losing to winning. I wouldn't even say it's I'd say he's winning at this point.
Yep.
I think I saw a true name in James's hand, so maybe not. But
true name.
Do you know what I mean? Like assuming that they're both on 2 random cards.
Yeah.
I'd say Sarv goes to winning. Sarv forced, hardcast forced, so he actually got like a bit of card advantage there off the force, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you destroy Batterskull and shock the Stoneforge, right?
Yeah.
And hope that there's no creatures for Jitty to equip to.
Yep.
Because if you destroy Jit, the Batterskull's just going to keep coming back.
Yep.
And even if you've got a counter for it, then, it's just card advantage you can't handle. So destroying shock, yeah.
Seems good. Oh, Jitty. Such a good card. Alright, what else have we got?
And True Name?
Lands. Ooh. Imagine that. Oh. Okay. Oh, Bolt's good.
Oh, it was a Brainstorm, not a...
Oh.
Yeah, not a True Name, but Brainstorm's pretty good here, to be honest.
Yep.
He's got a few cards in hand, so he's got surely something he wants to get back. Any creature will do it. And I'd say even like a Planeswalker here would be pretty good, like playing Lily or something.
Yeah, that would be great.
James lost a bit of card advantage because he's running 4 Stoneforge but only 2 equipments. I'm wondering if he actually wants to run a Sophie just to ensure that there you go. There's Lily. I think Lily's going to be a pretty good draw here.
Yeah.
Lily goes up. The Bolt doesn't deal with it.
Wow. Really? Wow.
James,
I wonder why.
You've got Jitty tokens, mate. You can just neg it with the Jitty.
That's really weird because Jitty on anything is still lethal.
Yeah.
That's really strange.
No.
I wonder why he did
Now
that.
he gets done by the Bolt. I was going to say Lily's going to take the game away because the Bolt can't deal with it.
Oh.
And any threats that you do want to, like, that Jitty can't deal with, like a Gurmag, then you can neg it.
Then you Lily, yeah. Wow.
And hopefully by that point Lily's on 6 anyway, so...
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that was a big mistake from James.
Yeah. Interesting.
Maybe his hand was that good, but...
Swords, True Name, Force. Okay, so he probably wants the...
Yeah, I'd just pitch the swords, though.
Yeah,
just pitch
I agree.
Swords,
pitch the swords.
because you don't need the creature removal, because you've got Jitty and you've got Lily, right? You can make him sack.
Okay, so he's forced. Alright, so that happened. Alright, so now you just jam True Name, right?
Yeah. But, True Name, equip, and then keep upticking Lily is game over, right? Because... that's a shame. I feel like...
Stoneforge.
Yeah, Stoneforge is good. I feel like, James might still get there, but...
Yeah, I think he probably will, but that was unusual. Alright, so Sarv, what have you got? Edict?
Does James think that maybe you need to equip the Stoneforge to do
dear. Okay. Alright, well that's it. Oh dear, Sarv got flooded. Wow. What's that?
Yeah, James going for the lethal asking the question.
Yep.
Well, he got there, so I've got a bit flooded, and I think James misplayed with that Lily, but he didn't get punished for it.
Yep. That's not put in work.
And I was right, Jackson.
You were right, were you?
I called it at about turn 5.
You've been waiting for ages to say that.
I honestly didn't know the result of that game.
No.
Going to sideboards, Sarv's got Pyroblasts.
That's a good one.
They're pretty good. He's also got Lily Last Hope, which I think will come in because there's it doesn't kill that many things with the uptick, but it's just relevant, it's just a threat, and I think you want it in a control mirror.
Yep.
I don't think anything else is probably really coming in. Sarv often I think he wants to keep his hymns in. He'll probably take out Fader Pushes, but Fader Push is pretty good against Stoneforge, but I think you probably want to take it out. You'd rather be Colligansing it.
Yeah, I agree.
James's sideboard, he's got 2 Flusterstorms coming in. Sarv will probably be on a Flusterstorm as well.
Yep.
Cambale, I don't love it. It's okay, but I don't love it. Canonist, nah. Notion Thief, big yes.
Yeah,
Hell
that seems good.
Seems really good against Jaces and Brainstorms.
Yep.
Zealous Persecution, possibly. It deals with a lot of those little annoying critters. But maybe not. Zealous is very good against True Name. So if you think Sarv's got True Name, I think he'll bring it in.
Yep.
If you think Sarv's got Gurmags, he probably won't. Sarv's got a 1-1 split. Bitter Blossom definitely coming in. Disenchant, probably not.
No. Yeah.
I'll be interested if Zealous comes in from James. I think that's the one. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Zealous is interesting, isn't it?
There you go. So 4 Force out. I agree with that. 2 Push out. I agree with that. 2 Bolt. I agree.
Yeah. Pyro. Explosive Moon.
Oh, he's got Moon. Okay. Yep. I agree with that.
Yep. Me and Sarv had a good chat about Moon in Grixis. When we played a lot of games, because obviously Moon, with me playing Shadow and me playing 0 basics, Moon's really good.
It's really interesting, isn't it, that the 2-color deck has no basics.
Yep.
Just gets absolutely wiped out by Moon.
Yep. But yeah, no, I think Moon is just fantastic in Grixis, in the sideboard. It's just so good in some matchups, and that can make a really big difference in this game, to be honest, because James is probably not expecting
I've got Dunbite in the mirror, to be honest. I just don't play around it. But it's 2 Island, 2 Swamp, I think.
As basics?
Yeah. Yep. Which is it's enough. And, I don't run the Moon, but He's giving it a crack here against James, and I think it's going to be pretty strong.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah. Full force out, yes. So notice both control players instinctually taking out full force.
Yep.
It's something I think a lot of new players don't realise.
Yep.
First of all, that it's correct to do that. Force, as good as it is, it's like a signature legacy card, so a lot of new players think they have to keep it in.
Yeah.
You just don't. It's not, like, you lose card advantage, right?
Mm.
And when card advantage is relevant, you don't want it. You need it when there's big spells. But if you don't want your opponent to have Baleful Streaks, then you can't really force it, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of, what I'm trying to say is there's plenty of spells you don't want your opponent to have, but aren't worth forcing.
Yeah.
So if there's too many of those, mate, take out the forces. And then I remember having this realization. I was like, oh, I wonder if he's got counter. I'm like, no, hang on a minute. He would have taken out his forces. I've taken out my forces.
Yeah.
There's no counter spells.
Yeah. Just say it's not a good idea to force it?
He's tapped out, you know. James has got Spellpierce still, which I think might have a little bit of gotcha factor, but yeah.
I think the Spellpierce was one-off, wasn't it? So there's obviously... What do we got?
It's a pretty good hand from Sarv. He's got
Moon. There it is.
He's got an E backup.
Snap, Lily.
Yep, 2 lands. Oof. It's a pretty good hand for both of them.
Solid.
James probably wants to hit one more land just to be safe, but he's got Stoneforge, so here we go. Playing around Wasteland again. The other thing about Force of Will is against a lot of these decks like Death and Taxes, they've got Cavernous Souls, and they've got they can like Thoughtseize away your other blue card, kind of thing. Especially against James with the Thoughtseize deck, you can Thoughtseize away the good blue card like the Snap, the card advantage blue card, and then you're left with down like even more card advantage. You know, True name, good.
True name's good.
Sarv plays 1-1 split. I played 2 Gurmags. We're always sort of arguing / discussing over which one's better. He's adamant the True name's good. I'm adamant the Gurmag's good. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Yeah.
Not deploying Stoneforge, James. Interesting. Does he have 2 in hand? I would just jam that, right?
Yeah, I would.
That's the thing I was talking about, where you come to the realization, hang on a minute, yes, we're both playing control. There's literally 1 counter spell in this match between both decks.
Yeah.
There's 1 spell piece. That's it.
Well, Flusterstorm, but...
Okay, Flusterstorm. I apologise. And I guess you can count Pyroblast. But Pyroblast isn't hitting a Stoneforge, and nor is Flusterstorm, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's literally nothing.
If you're Sarv...
I would have jammed Stoneforge.
Just fetch, swamp, Badland. Oh, okay.
Just going for it. See, and this is where, like, Pyroblast is good. You can't Flusterstorm that. You can't Source the Plowshare that.
I guess. Yeah. Fuck. The moon. True name.
You basically have to force it. And as we said, there's no forces.
No force.
I think James definitely should have Stoneforged there, for sure. Like, he gets Fatal Pushed, and then you've just got an equipment in hand, you've got card advantage.
Yeah.
You know, like Fatal Push isn't a massive mana investment for Sarv.
And if
he also started out his Fatal Pushes, keep that in mind.
Yeah, and if Sarv doesn't have any counter magic, then Stoneforge just goes nuts, or Batterskull goes nuts.
Well, Stoneforge equipped to a Jitty can race a True name. So, you know.
When I used to play a lot of D&T, I actually found Batterskull to be really good in True Name situations, because it's like, if they swing with True Name, I just swing back and get a life back anyway. It almost like just sort of blanks it.
So Lily here is a pretty good one.
Yep. Fantastic.
There's no forces as we know, so it's going.
Yep. True name is gone to the bin. Alright, so what do you do? Jam Moon?
A Jam Moon.
Yep. Seems good.
I think it just wins. Like, you still need to deal with the Lily and you don't have bolts.
Yep.
But I don't know. Yeah. James is probably just going to do little or nothing for the rest of the game, right?
Yep. We'll just start with backup. Maybe Foster. That'd be good.
And I think like any like Strix will sort of like chip away at the Lily. As I said, mate, I think Strix is going to be super relevant in this matchup.
Yep.
Strix can just pressure those Planeswalkers.
Okay, so
What's James going to do with all that red?
save up to 5 and play Batterskull, right?
It's probably actually correct. That's I reckon that's his plan.
Yeah, didn't
See how
miss
much,
the land drop.
See how good would it have been if he played that True Name turn 2, you know? At least he can do something. He can get a chip here.
Oh, if he had Stoneforge on the field.
Unless he's got Batterskull in hand already and Jit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I really think he should have jammed it turn 2.
So Sarv has another mountain. And we're going to play a Colgans to kill the Lily. No?
Maybe James is keeping up Flusterstorm, but the only spell you really want to cast is Fluster is Colligans.
Yeah.
And Sarv's always just going to pass turn, do it end turn, because it wasn't a great Colligans.
Yeah, game's good. If James doesn't have the answer, though, you just kill off the Lily.
I think James probably going to do it for Sarv, so I say that because Lily can deal with Gurmag, but then
what does it do?
But then there's no Lily. So all Sarv needs to do to win this game is deal with Lily.
Yeah, James.
And he's going to achieve that.
James has the mountain again.
I think that's going to be it. Batterskull's James' only real out, and I'm sure Sarv will have a Colligan's Command ready and waiting.
He does like him. It's a good card.
He's got a lot of his basics as well, so I think it'll be a bit of a slow roll, but I think Sarv's going to get there.
Yep.
He's even got...
discard.
Discard, yeah.
Ouch. This is, Hey, there we go. Alright. Wow. There you go. We called it, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Batterskull is having a look, seeing a lot of mountains around the place at the moment.
I just think, that turns so much play, because he could have had Jit's colours.
Yep.
Could have had that Jit.
Yep.
It just put a bit more pressure on Sarv.
Yeah, a little bit of damage. Yeah, think of all the turns they've passed.
That's
4
right.
or 5 damage.
Well, then also keep in mind he wouldn't have needed to down tick the Lily. He could up tick the Lily, chump block the Gurmag, then down tick and have Lily on 1.
Scary.
So I think it actually made a bit of a difference.
Strix is a really good draw. So lots of artifacts.
Strix is always a good draw. The thing is though, even with this resolved, I think Sarv's eventually going to hit like Colligans. So yes, James can bounce and response, etc. But like,
interesting.
Yeah,
I think closest to 0.
I like that. Yeah, hit the germ. It just, no, it's good. It makes it real awkward for James.
Yeah,
even James can connect, 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah,
it's going to take him too long to close the game, and Sarv will find an answer.
Yeah,
James has to bounce. Replay. Sarv's got more draws to try to find it. He's got the chump block with the Strix.
Yep. James wants that extra land, I reckon.
The lifelink's not relevant.
Then he can at least sort of play around that Colligans.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, he does want to hit 6 lane, doesn't he? Okay, so he's pretty good, although because Blood Moon's out, there's no fetches. So it's not as strong.
No.
As it could be. Also, because there's only 2 islands, you can't ponder / brainstorm and bind your Jace and play your Jace.
Yep. Do we have another cantrip? Oh, there's your shuffle.
There's your shuffle, yeah.
Yep.
Make your own brainstorm fetch. But again, it's difficult to now deploy a threat.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 Gurmag in the deck. He's only got 1 Black Sword, so he can't play Lily. I don't personally run Blood Moon. It's very good here against this Esper deck, but...
It's because I love Blood Moon in this sideboard. I think it's great.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Well, you can see here, you can't chain and dig for threats. Blood Moon's hurting Sarv. It absolutely wipes out James, but it hurts Sarv. To be fair to Sarv, the Blood Moon's quite good against tough matchups like lands.
Yeah.
But Sarv doesn't even have double black. He could have Lily in his hand.
Yeah.
Literally all stuff in hand and just like not be able to deploy it.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
He can't like play True Name, keep up Flusterstorm.
I assume James would almost definitely have some sort of force plus blue card at this point.
Well, he doesn't have forces. There's no
Of course
forces.
he doesn't have force.
There's,
Right.
there's only a spell piece.
Alright, what do we got? Discard. Oh, ouch. Yeah,
So James playing conservative, and I think it's the right play. There's no rush.
I agree.
I think he just needs to hit that land to do your play to bounce, and then bounce and response again.
Yeah.
Strixie.
Strixie boy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just buying a huge amount of time.
Yep.
Because it takes James 2 turns to deal with the Strix.
Yep.
I'm going to have a look at James' list, how many basics he actually runs.
That's a good idea.
He
Yeah.
might have. He's got 1 island, 1 plains, 2 swamp. So he's not. It's not actually like. There's 4 basics. It's fair.
Yep.
And he's got a Gurmag in hand. You know, he can just play Gurmag, deploy it. So
That's true.
yeah, second swamp there for Sar's pretty huge. Switches on a lot, actually.
Yeah, it does. That's really good. Oof.
He can go Colligan, snap Colligans.
Yeah, no thanks.
And being very patient. I think
Yeah.
it's the right play. Even though you're getting pressured, it's still going to take 6 turns for the Strix to do it.
James Drew, I believe that's a blue elemental blast, so that's
I'm going to do it.
good. That's like if he draws the blue source, that's like pretty relevant. Okay.
Jace? I think.
That would be nasty.
Yeah.
Jace would be very, very good. No.
I'm wondering what's in Sarf's hand. Because he's got all his basics. He's got a huge amount of mana. He's got a huge amount of cards. He just pondered. The hand's got to be good, right?
Yeah,
He doesn't have forces. So what has he got? Is he just...
that's true.
I think he might just have Colligans and he just knows Batterskull's the only win con, right?
Yeah.
There's the land from James. So we've got the bounce. But again, Colligan, snap Colligans. Colligan's Batterskull, in response, bounce it. Snap Colligans, in response, bounce it.
Yeah. Gross. No thanks.
You don't need to. You're winning now. It's incumbent on James to find an answer for the Strixes now, even if it's slow.
Unless, just looking at ourselves this now, you know, maybe he has things like the hymns, edicts, maybe stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird. It's strange.
So bounce.
Ooh, 6 lands.
Are we going to see in response Colligans, in response bounce, in response Colligans? No.
Ooh.
No,
Alright.
that's fair. It's if you've got Colligans, the problem is Colligans now deals with this.
The problem is, yeah, James now can't.
In fact, now that I think about it, I think it was correct for James to have bounced his Batterskull straight away.
Yeah.
Because he loses to Colligans either way, right?
Yeah, because now it's tapped out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That was
So
silly.
he either needs to wait until he's got 8 mana.
Oof. And True Name back. Ooh.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, wow. Yep, that's it. All right. On to game 3.
I feel like Sarv could almost have just shown the Colligans.
Yep. Yeah.
I win.
Yeah, that's true. Blood Moon.
Blood Moon got there.
Did. Very good.
Yes. Can you just get Sarv's list up again?
Yep.
So Flusterstorm's definitely coming in. Again, though, for the Pyroblast and the Flusterstorm, a lot of the threats aren't actually Flusterstormable or Pyroblastable.
Yep.
I think Bitter Blossom is coming in. And I'm wondering about Deluge. Do you think Deluge is coming in?
Oh.
If he knows that James has got a True Name?
Yeah. I don't know. Seems a bit clunky. I don't know.
James is definitely tough.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to get there with the edicts, I think.
Yeah. Should be interesting game 3.
James is on the play now.
Yep.
No, I think the Stoneforgers are going to be really good for James. I think that Sarv can't force them because he doesn't have them. Can't pyro them, can't fluster them, can't push them.
Yep.
can't bolt them. And I think that's going to be a really, really relevant if James is able to deploy turn 2. I think both players need to play more proactively, than what you'd assume in a control meta.
Lily, Jace, him, Brainstorm, 3 lands.
Pretty good.
Seems good. We got Lily, Ponder, Gurmag, Baleful, and
Not
2 lands or something.
Yeah, James had not as good, but on the play.
On Ponder.
So
It's good.
they both got Lily though.
Yep.
Lily's really big in this matchup.
Yeah.
Playing around Blood Moon. Learn his lesson. Tough to play around Blood Moon and deploy Lily though.
Yeah. Even just one island would have really helped that last game though.
Would it?
Or didn't he have like Ponder and stuff in his hand?
Yeah, but what he's pondering for?
Other lands?
And then what?
I don't know.
I think there's I don't think there was much James really had.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a stretch to assume he's going to be able to ponder, hit, relevant spells and hit, backups for them. He's only got one island, so he couldn't deploy True Name. He's only got 1 plains, so he can play Stoneforge, but then, just get Jit.
Yeah.
Which still loses to the K command. Teferi. That was his out. Teferi, bounce your Blood Moon. Alrighty, so what do you take here? I think you'd probably take True Name, unless you've got Edict.
Then Lily?
I'd probably take Lily.
Yeah.
I'd probably take Lily. Strix is another one, because he's only got 2 lands.
Yep.
So James wants to go like Swamp, Strix. Try to draw 3rd land. So I think there's definitely something to be said for taking Strix and ruining James's next turn and trying to stifle him on 3 lands.
Yeah, that's true.
But the conservative play is probably taking... The most conservative play is taking True Name. The middle one is Lily. And the least conservative is Strix.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright.
In order of conservatism. And I would take Strix because I'm not that conservative. And if Sarv's uber conservative, I would take True Name.
It's just so dependent on what's in his hand. I mean, my gut instinct is Lily,
I think he's
right?
taking Lily, yeah.
But
Bets. What is our stats and intel section? No idea.
alright, we're just going to run some algorithms to the stats department. Just waiting to hear what they think.
I'm putting my money on Lily.
Lily? Alright. Oh, Sarven, so much suspense. Just make a decision.
Dun, 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 dun.
Would you like to phone a friend?
True Name.
Lily.
I
won, Beckett.
I won. I said Lily.
I said, didn't you say Baleful Strix?
No, I said
Oh.
I would have taken Baleful Strix, but I think Sarv's more conservative than me, so Sarv will take Lily.
Alright, we drew. Alright.
Lily's probably correct there.
Yeah.
It's a threat Sarv can't really deal with.
The fear of the moon is real.
Yeah. And now Sarv just has to not play Red Moon and have perfect mana. So Strix comes down.
There he is.
Draws a nice land for James probably.
He does.
Mr. Turak. Usk.
Good.
I think that's it. Oof. Actually, you know what? I'm more confident in my Strix take now because you can really ensure that taking the Strix and then hemming them.
Yeah.
You're either going to hit the Lily True Name or you're going to hit the land, right? There's a good chance you're going to hit.
Did he have him already?
Yeah, he had him.
Oh, what was
So
that?
that's it. True Name and something.
Oh, something. A black card. Fire out. Brutal.
Yeah. This is for the finals, remember?
Yeah.
Ponder.
God, Ponder.
Yeah. So there's exactly the land's an issue. He was never going to be able to slam dunk. Well, he was. It's not correct to say he was never going to, but I think it was unlikely if you take Strix and then him. It's unlikely that he's going to be able to slam dunk.
Hey.
A 3-drop.
That's pretty speedy.
Yeah.
Pretty speedy for a Gomag.
Gomag's very strong.
Doesn't fetch beforehand.
It's only running 2 snaps, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's playing around Blood Moon-ish.
True. I'd assume Sarven's probably, even if he drew a
Off
Blood
the
Moon, wouldn't be,
I agree.
wouldn't be playing it this game.
But you never know, right? And I think you probably want to hit your white source.
Yep.
Yeah, there's only 2 snaps, so I don't think it's too relevant. And there's a Lily Last Hope, which is why he's kept the creature, so that he can neg Lily Last Hope, get the creature back.
Nice.
So what are we going to see here?
I don't know.
Take one's not great. Although, you know what? Like, even here, shock your Strix, you discard. After you've hit their hand so hard with him and the Truna, Thoughtseize to go like, turn 1 hand hate, turn 2 hand hate, turn 3 hand hate. Lily's pretty good. Does die to Gurmag though, so it's not.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Okay.
I think it's fine. It's not ideal.
It's not about to just die.
It is about to just die.
Yeah.
But you killed the Strix and you gain 5 life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. 5 life.
And you're mana efficient. He must have had nothing else going on that turn.
Yeah.
I think if you've got nothing else going on, you just deploy it, right?
I guess now. Oh, I must go second Lily.
Oh, he's got Edict, and he wants to Edict, get rid of the Ternan. The Gurmag, sorry, is another option. And he had to kill the Strix before he can do that.
Right, what do we got? Oop. Decisions.
So James running Jace's defeat. Liliana's defeat. Is that right? Oh, the second Lily.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah.
That's
so
it.
if he upticks on the Gurmag now, Gurmag becomes 3 and Lily's on 4.
Yep.
So Lily survives a turn.
It's essentially 10 life, right? So,
That's right. He couldn't do it before because it's more than 10 life, really.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it before because the Strix swing extra damage would have killed Lily. So I like this play a lot. And
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
as well.
and now he's either gaining 15 life or 10 life, or he just like untaps, finds an answer for Gurmag, and then Lily takes over the game. Right?
Yep.
But you're right, if he doesn't play the Lilies, he'd be on 1, because Gurmag just swings in, but now Gurmag's got 3 swings on Lily, and again, we forgot about click.
Oh,
Didn't
no.
factor the click in.
Oh, no.
Yes, so click will dispose of this Lily. I didn't factor that in. That's an issue.
Blood Moon. Ugh. Yuck. Okay.
Brainstorm you, I think.
Or
just leave it.
depends on James's hand, right? Is there an argument for Inquisition or not really?
Because maybe they draw. You don't want to take.
Oh, Jace.
You don't want to take Inquisition and then they draw land.
Yeah. What are you going to draw, Sarven?
I like take Jace there, by the way.
Yep.
I'd either take nothing or take Jace.
I quite like Vendilion Click in James's list. With,
I think so.
With that with Caracas.
With Caracas, yep.
So
And
annoying.
with the equipment.
So annoying.
Being able to go end of turn, here's a creature equipped to Jit. Swing.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the Lilies weren't as good as they could have been.
No.
Well, I'm trying to think exactly how threatening Jace was there. If you just leave the hand.
Yeah.
So Sarv has to rip land off the top to play Jace, and even then, he unsummons Gurmag, and Gurmag can just be recast, and then Click kills it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I agree.
Jace is basically just either a 4-mana Brainstorm or a 4-mana Unsummon.
Yeah.
Because, I don't think Jace is good at all. So I would probably just leave the hand.
Yep. No, I agree.
Because Click, he can't kill both. Click or Gurmag will kill the Jace after it's done what it's done.
Alright. So James is turning into a bit of a trouble fairies deck right now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think James is going to take this away, mate.
Yeah, this is looking pretty strong.
Maybe Sarv did. Yeah, I think Sarv must have forgotten about that click. He should have written it down. I'd forgotten about it too, to be fair.
Toxic D?
Yeah, Toxic D, fine, yeah. I think he needed to brainstorm and try to find something. Get rid of the trollop in his hand.
Yeah, he's got a bit of rubbish.
So two lilies, you can see how strong they are in this matchup, but they just were a bit awkward against the Flash of the Click.
What do we got?
Colligans, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not the best Colligans, but it is
Still good.
still good.
Still good. It's going to Fairy. Fair enough.
Fair enough. To Fairy, going along with the tribal fairy.
To fair enough. Yep. I like it. Seems good. Alright, so edicts do absolutely nothing at this point. Oi.
Yeah, I think maybe Sarv also needed to brainstorm there, because I think he's losing either way, so he needs to try to hope for a really good brainstorm with a fetch land. Go brainstorm, find fetch land, get rid of 2 bad spells and Colligans, you know?
Yeah.
Because the mana's relevant, so he's tight on mana. And I was saying in the last match that you don't need to be as mana efficient in Legacy as you think, but once again, I think I'd go brainstorm here. Brainstorm, find the land, and then do it, you know?
But
So that you can start leveraging a bit of advantage.
9, 10. Okay, he would take him to 1 if he didn't. Oh no, that would be lethal if he didn't do that though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think he's a lost cause anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So I think you want to brainstorm, find lands and relevant spells, try to get into a position where you can go snap Colligans, snap block the Gurmag Colligans, you know, something or something like that.
Yeah, good point. Alright, let's have a look. So,
because now he's going to brainstorm and not be able to hit Jace. Do you know what I mean?
It's not looking good right now. Oh, okay, yep. There you go. Snap. No pushes. Yeah. No, stop.
Well played by James.
Yeah.
And a fantastic effort. You were saying, I wasn't actually at this one, you were saying Sarv still managed first because he was 4-0 going into this match?
Yeah. So I actually beat James the round before this.
Right. So Sarv wins on countback.
Yeah. So
if
James had won this match, I believe he would have came first.
Yeah, sure.
So
no, James did win. Right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
James did win.
Well, James won this match, but Sarv won the tournament, right?
Yeah. So Sarv was 4-1. I think James was. Oh,
he'd also be 4-1.
That's embarrassing.
Sarv's our winner.
Yeah.
I believe. Congratulations, guys, and we're Adelaide Eternal. Thanks for watching. That was our final rounds. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.